let's just talk about the assassination attempt itself, right? Now, on Saturday, there was a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And during that rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, as Trump was getting ready to really get in his bag about what was going on in the country and why he should become the next president of the United States of America, there were people that had ulterior motives, and we'll get into what I believe, in my theory, what I believe those ulterior motives are. There were people that had ulterior motives because they didn't want to see him ever make it alive to November for us to be able to vote for President of the United States of America. Just for a recap, for those of y'all that wasn't a part of what we was doing on Saturday and you didn't catch the live stream or you didn't catch the replay, this is basically what happened.
I'm now going to show you the moment that just happened when the former president was speaking at his rally. Let's watch that video.
Take a look at what happened.
Okay. So what you are watching is video from just a few moments ago when former President Donald Trump was on stage at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. You see the Secret Service who were surrounding him. You see how they got him to the ground and that they were waiting to move him after we heard those noises. We don't know what those noises were at this point. We do know that they get him off this stage and that the former president was in his armored vehicle. They have now left the site of that incident. So the former president, Donald Trump, no longer there at that rally site in Butler, Pennsylvania. I'm going to let you watch more to see this full thing unfold. You see they move him off the stage.
I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold up, your head is bloody. So we got to move to the bus.
He is standing up.
Watch out.
It's unclear what his status is, but you see him put his fist up, and you see him doing a...
You know that that's going to be the greatest picture of 2024. When they wind up doing the recap, and they wind up having a conversation, and you see the blood that's splattered across his face, it's going to be one of the greatest pictures of 2024, historical moment. If at any time, I'm not sure that there's a time in Trump's life where you can point to and say, man, that is the greatest moment of his life. That is the thing that is going to define who he is in the legacy and in the eyes of the people that surround him. Before we even get to the assassination attempt, realistically, like, you never really have a rocky moment that's captured by the general public in the social media era. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never have a rocky moment. This is a rocky moment to have your ear bleeding and blood splattered across your face, coming across your whole frontal. The Secret Service is protecting you. You saying, hey, man, let me get my shoes. And then you come out of the melee and then say, fight with your fists in the air. Can't nobody beat that. Nobody can beat that in history at all. It was the wildest thing when I started watching it because, you know, when you first get the news, and you don't really believe what's going on, and so you are automatically skeptical because you don't know if people are telling the truth or if somebody is putting out fake news or something like that. And then as I start to see all of the text messages, and shout out to your car, shout out to all of y'all that was texting me on Saturday, as I started to see all of this stuff come forth, and then I start to pay attention to it, and I watch it because I want to know what I'm talking about before I start to jump on my live stream on Saturday. I'm like, oh my God. First thing that come to my head was, is he okay? Second thing that comes to my mind is greatest moment for him to capitalize off of and make sure that not only did he submit the fact that he's going to become president of the United States of America, but he 100% created a moment for himself, for his family, and it's something that you'll never, ever be able to take away. I see people already selling shirts, fake merchandise. They selling shirts. I seen people that was comparing them to 50 Cent. I seen people that had them, they already started making memes with the Many Men song. And you know what else is happening? Liberals are mad about it. Liberals are mad about it. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are pissed. Absolutely pissed. 100% pissed. Of all of my in-person debates, right? Because I had jumped on the queue line and I kind of talked to y'all about this when I was on my way to the studio. And I had a little bit of a debate / conversation on the queue line on a little train to come back to the office. Thank you for the super chats. I'm going to be reading that shortly. To come back to the office so that I could live stream with y'all on Saturday. And it was older people.
It appears like
It
he's
was
saying
older
fight.
people, 2 older women, 1 black older man, and it was a white man. And the train was full. When I see the conversation in the debate, and I might have to be able to pull it up. I don't know if I was able to show y'all because I think I took a picture. The conversations was not happening like just a few people on there. It was a full, and when I say full, I mean it was a full train. I ain't even got it on there. But those of y'all that's following me on Instagram, make sure y'all follow me on all of my social media. The link is in the description. You know that it was full. I mean, Detroit was bussing. It was full of people. So, you know, I'm not the one to be quiet or to mince words. And when I was having a conversation, it shows the sentiment of people because older people, they so bitter. They're so stuck in their ways. They're so steadfast. And the first thing that they did is they expected, because I was a black man, to automatically align with the fact that they didn't like Trump. So when it was announced on the train that Trump had an assassination attempt on their life, the first thing that they said was, oh, good. I didn't like him anyway. Hopefully he don't survive. Have we become so broken as a people? And I'm going to get to this towards the end of the show because I got some thoughts that I need to get off that I wasn't able to get off on Saturday, that I wasn't able to get off this morning. Have we become so evil and broken as a people that we would wish death on a presidential candidate because you don't like whether or not he busts down Stormy Daniels? Or you were so easily finessed by the news that you actually believe everything they told you versus doing your own research? And they were so bothered and aggravated at the fact that not only was I able to stand my ground when it comes to speaking towards the things that I like about him or the things that I don't like about what's going on in the president who's currently running the country right now, and that they couldn't debate it. The most dangerous man that you can be, the most dangerous person that you could be is an educated person. Because when you can coherently communicate your thoughts versus just operating out of passion and feeling, but when you can combine that passion with coherent thoughts, it makes you dangerous. And not only does it make you dangerous, it makes everybody else around you look stupid because they can't combat you even though they don't like you, but it's difficult for them to be able to stand against you. That's why when I drop the link in the description, then I say, okay, you feeling some type of way? Be froggy, leap up, let's have a conversation. They never show up. If y'all notice, everybody that has a live stream or everybody that does a video and they say, I don't like Anton Daniels or something like that, they never, ever show up. See, I'm the boogeyman. I'll show up. I'll come to your stream. I'll come to your city. I'll see what's happening. I'll say what up. But they never show up. They never actually have a conversation or a debate with you in person. It's because I'm dangerous. And not only am I dangerous, but you dangerous. And what makes you even more dangerous is that you guys are informed voters. And so when you seen this thing play out, you no longer was subjected to the thing that your grandparents and your parents told you to do just because you black, or just because you didn't have nothing when you was growing up, or just because they continue to try to sell this narrative to you that black people need to vote Democrat just because we black. And then if you ask a question similar to how they used to do us in church, hey, don't ask questions, just be obedient. Don't ask questions, just jump. Well, why am I jumping? Because we praising God. Oh, okay, well, I thought that this... No, just keep going. When you start asking questions, then you start to become a leper. And they don't believe it. So as we watch this unfold...
it looks as if there might be blood on his ear. Again, these are pictures we are just seeing for the first time right now as the former president is led off the stage in Butler, Pennsylvania. after we heard loud noises and he was rushed to the ground, and then you see the Secret Service around him, getting him into his vehicle. Now, we do not know where he has gone. We just know that he was put into that car right there. While you see his fist in the air, it does appear as if there is some blood on his ear. Unclear how that happened. Secret Service get him into the vehicle and rush him off that site and get him out of there. Again, we don't know where the former president is at this exact moment, only that he was taken away from the rally site there in Butler, Pennsylvania. Again, if you were just tuning in, former President Donald Trump was minutes into his rally there in Pennsylvania when we heard loud noises. He was thrown to the ground by Secret Service agents who then rushed him in, as you're watching now, to that car and drove him off site. Our reporter, Elena Treen, witnessed this all unfold. Elena, I think you're here with us. I want to go out to Elena so she can tell us more of what she saw from her vantage point. Elena?
Hi, Jessica. Yeah, so it's been a very chaotic couple of minutes. A lot of tension right now out here. So as you mentioned, Donald Trump was on stage. It was just moments after he had walked onto the stage to deliver remarks. He was very briefly into that. And so I'm going to show you behind me. So around this area, somewhere off on that field over there, is where we heard a bunch of banging or cracking, loud cracking noises. At first I thought, is that fireworks? I had no idea what it was. All of a sudden, everyone started screaming. On the other side of the rally, on the other side of the stage, a lot of steam went off back here, right behind that tractor over there, if you can see it. And all of a sudden, you heard Secret Service security guards on the ground, everyone telling everyone to get down, to move. I actually had to jump off this riser right here and went under the riser, so I didn't get to see everything that was happening as Donald Trump was being moved off the stage. But clearly right now everybody is being evacuated from this rally venue. They are very angry. You can hear people in the crowd some people are crying, some people are screaming. People are very angry with what just happened. They're angry at the media. They're screaming at the media behind me. Very unclear exactly what happened. We know that Donald Trump, of course, left the venue immediately. He was
So, long story short, a lot of y'all wasn't familiar with what's going on in these streets because you didn't want to participate in what's happening. So you catching it secondhand. It was an incredible Saturday. It was something that was tragic, in my opinion, but ultimately it turned out into being a triumph. Tragedy turns to triumph when you are an overcomer.